Hi, man. Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope you're well wherever you are, wherever you're listening or watching this. I'd like to welcome you once again to Man Pedestal. And just to remind you, this is a channel where we address men's issues and we look at different areas or almost all areas of life that we experience different challenges. And as I've said before, that women don't have, for one reason or another, we don't have very good support systems. And so Man Pedestal is one of those systems that has come in to fill that void. And ours is just to encourage men to encourage each other and to keep reminding men that you're not alone. And never ever sit down and think that whatever you're going through is just it might seem unique to you. You might look at it and say that it's only happening to you, but the reality is a lot of men have gone through what you're going through. A lot of men are going through what you're going through, and it's good to know that you're not alone. But also, more than that, it's very important to know that there's a way out. So today we'll be talking about someone who I highly regard in life. And some of you might have heard about him. Some of you, this name might be very new to you. But it's someone whose contribution to the way we live has literally changed everything. And the name of the person is a former basketball legend by the name of Dennis Rodman. And why is Dennis Rodman so important? First of all, he's a man, right? And as I keep saying to everyone, that women are very, very important, and no man should you should never look down on yourself because of any reason, for any reason. You are extremely important. And I want to address what the contribution, because Dennis Rodman's contribution to the way we live today. Why not for him? I don't know what kind of life that we would all have. Specifically talking about the tension that has been there between America and North Korea, and the importance of Dennis Rodman, the importance of this great man. And I keep saying this, and I'll keep saying it, that a Man Pedestal isn't about a specific race. We're not talking about the black race here, the black man or white man or Asian man. No, we're talking about men. And the issue or the topic today it's wonderful. Why am I saying so? It's wonderful. It's because we're looking at President Trump being a white man, and the NBA legend Dennis Rodman being a black man, and President Kim Jong-Un being an Asian man. And these three men did something that I think it went. People didn't. Maybe people who don't follow news a lot or wild events, it sort of bypassed them. It's not something I think a lot of people really took note of, because this was a wild war. We are going into. America and North Korea were going to. These are two countries with nuclear capabilities, and there was a lot of tension, and there were a lot of words which were exchanged which were not um, beneficial to anyone, in terms of there were uh, ex- these words were literally going to make the other strike first. America had their own spokespeople, and they were inciting. There were words of incitement. North Korea, same time, there were words of incitement, and everything was leading to this nuclear war. Right now, the issue with that would have been that other countries would have been involved. And what happens is, and has always been, people go to war, countries go to war thinking that, oh, I'm just going to fight this country, not knowing, or even knowing, they don't really think that the issues could escalate. But the North Koreans have their own allies. America has her own allies, right? So it's like allies come together, and the story would have been completely different. This was a world war, a third world war that was brewing. It was something that was literally, we were, what I would say, seconds away from a world war. But, when I say but, something interesting happened. But this something interesting happened way, way back. And this is what I'm going to address today, and what I'm addressing today. And it's the issue to do with the friendship between Dennis Rodman and President Kim Jong-Un. Is this friendship, the friendship between a black man and an Asian president, an NBA legend and an Asian president, brought to a stop to this war. Dennis Rodman was able to sit down and talk to President Kim Jong-un, and through their relationship, he was able to de-escalate, right? Their PR machine, they were able to tone down on what they were saying. And he was also able to talk to his president. And they were able to de-escalate. And we saw what happened. This culminated to the 2018 North Korea, United States, Singapore summit, which took part on the 12th of June 2018. This is a very historical date, and you should remember that. It's a very, very historical date, because this is the date when the Third World War stopped. The brakes, there were emergency brakes allowed. There were emergency brakes deployed that stopped the shedding of blood of I don't know how many people. World wars, when they happen, we're looking at millions of people dying, millions of families being destroyed, economies of countries being destroyed, and literally lives being destroyed. We saw it's sort of countries that reset back in time, and there has been no world war that has been fun to watch or even to read about. It's always bloody. But who was at the center of it all? The man who was at the center of it all is the NBA legend, Dennis Rodman. He's a legend, right? loved because of the way he played, and he's an eccentric guy. The way he's lived his life. And I say this, think of him of what you may, but don't forget that he's a man. He is the man who put a stop to the deaths of millions of people. And history cannot rob him of that position. There's no one who can rob him of that position. There's no one who can rob him of that contribution. And I hope he's going to listen to this. I hope he's going to watch this. I hope he's going to listen to this. And I want to say this to him. Mr. Dennis Rodman, you're a great man. You're a great guy. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart. Because of your hard work. You worked very, very hard. You worked tirelessly. You worked under pressure. You received threats from different quarters. People didn't believe you when you said that this was going to happen, that you actually said, you told people, you told Americans, you told the world, I am going to make this happen. The United States President and the President of North Korea are going to meet. But no one believed you. No one believed you because it was too good to be true. How could you make it happen when different presidents had tried? Diplomacy had failed. Sanctions had failed. Right? Threats had failed. But you, a mere black man saying that I'm going to make it happen, but it did happen. It did happen, and we are grateful. I am grateful for your contribution because I know that my world and the world of everyone would have changed. Things would have been completely different. The peace we enjoy today, right now, even during COVID times, that peace can be traced to you, to your actions. When people fly in Asia and they do their business and and everything seems to work well and everything is going on, people are doing business, people are traveling from this country to another, from that country. We people don't think about your contribution. People don't think about what you did. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you. We from Man Pedestal, we want to say thank you to you. And you deserve so many. I mean, like, what value? Like, what you did? It's invaluable. It's you deserve. I don't know what the world can give you, right? And I hope and I pray that one day you'll be recognized, not just by America, not just by Europe, not just by Asia, but the entire world will recognize you, will give you a world recognition because of you be recognized by a body that says that this man helped the entire human race to live in peace. This man united two people, two countries that everyone said was impossible. That people are saying it's impossible for them to unite. But you actually did it. And no one can take that away from you. And from your family and from your name. Because you're great. So thank you from us. And we wish you all the best, man. We wish you all the best. And anyone hearing this and sees Dennis Rodman wherever they are, this guy should be. You shouldn't even be. You should be flying with any plane that you want to fly. Going to any place without even being asked. You're the kind of guy who should just walk into any airport and go on a plane and just, if you ask where you're going, you're like, I don't know, I just want to go somewhere, and you're like, yeah, let him go wherever he wants to go, right? Because you deserve that. You know, the kind of guy who you should be walking into any restaurant, 5-star, 7-star, wherever, and just going, yeah, give me what you have, give me the best food, and you eat and you say thank you. And if they ask who's gonna pay, say I'm Dennis. You know, I'm Dennis. So, you know, I'm the guy. You know, just find out who you are, and you give me, you'll be telling me to be coming to your place every now and again, because you're such a you what you did is so sweet. You saved literally millions and millions of lives. So we owe you a lot. And I'm proud that I'm talking about you here. Um, uh, that Man Pedestal is addressing this issue. That we are not blinded. We're not blinded, and because Man Pedestal is about elevating, is about recognizing that men are important, right? And what a great way to show what a great you proved to us. You proved to the world that life is not about race. No, that life is not just I'm a black guy, he's a white guy, he's an Asian guy, he's this, he's that, he's tall, he's short, he's fat, this. No, life is something unique. It's something beautiful. It's something lovely. Life is greater than ourselves, and you prove to everybody. Thank you, and thank you countless times. And as I say, I hope that the world will recognize you one day whilst you're still alive, because we human beings are nasty. We give people awards, and we start saying, "Oh, I wish I could do this. I wish you could do." No, we want you to be recognized. We want, if it's roads or streets or buildings or airports or whatever, or it's army bases or whatever, should be named after you whilst you're still alive, because of your contribution to humanity. Right? Whether it could be the Nobel Peace Award, you deserve it. You deserve it, because your work is there to be seen. You brought two warring presidents. You brought them together, and you stopped a human catastrophe. The damage that could have been done, we have never even seen it or thought about it, but you stopped it. So guys, here we are. We're talking about men, and this is a perfect example, my fellow men, wherever you are. This is a man who has proved to us, Dennis Rodman proved to us, that what friendship can do. That whenever man or men come together, it doesn't matter whether from whichever race, whenever men come together, especially without the influence of women, because these three men were not trying to prove anything. They are not being pushed by women. They are not fighting over women. No, they are not meeting because, oh, I want women to love me. No, they were meeting because of the lives of so many other people, men and women and children and countries, nations. We should recognize this, that the lives of millions of people, they were literally in the hands of these three men. But more so, they were in the hands of Dennis Rodman, because he was the bridge. He was the bridge between America and North Korea. If you watch documentaries of especially what they had tried to do through diplomatic channels, they had tried for years. They tried to meet him, North Korean president. They couldn't. They had tried so many ways. They had failed. But friendship won. It won the day. And this is what I keep saying to men. Whenever men listen to other men, men listen to other men. When you're in trouble, I tell and I encourage, I even encourage people here, men who listen to me, to man pedestal, that even if you're going through some problems and you need to seek counseling, this is my advice, right? This is how I look at it. You should seek the services of a male counselor as a man, because the male counselor, the male psychologist, will be able to understand you better, just because he's a man like you. So men listen to men, right? Men listen to men, and we see that. It went to met North Korean President Kim, and they sat down. They're buddies. They're very good friends, and he was able to talk sense to him, because that's what friends do. He was able to convince him, like, yo, come on, this is not gonna, the outcome of this isn't going to be good. And he was able to talk to his president, right, President Trump, and say, yo, Trump, this thing is not gonna end up well. The outcome, it will be crazy. That's what friends do. That's, well, when men sit down and they eat together and they talk, it's very, very, very important, because they stop so many things. They stop and they start building wonderful, wonderful things. And we see how the results of the 2018 North Korea, United States, Singapore summit, what happened. And I say, keep that date. And that date is synonymous with Dennis Rodman, because he was at the center of it. He made it happen. Guys, men all over the world who are listening, without Dennis Rodman, there would not have been this meeting. Let no one lie to you. Let no one, they might try to spin it. Oh yeah, we had this American. No. This without Dennis Rodman, there would not have been the photo that is online between the President Kim Jong-Un and Donald Trump. The de-escalation would have happened. So that date, is synonymous with, should be, with Dennis Rodman, right? Should be. And so we love you, Dennis Keith Rodman. We do love you from the bottom of our hearts. We do appreciate you I do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, because I have a family, and extended family, and we know that. We know that without you, maybe we will have lost family members. We would have lost friends. We've lost human beings. And the numbers could have been crazy, but you stopped it. Why must I say, why is this so important today? This is important because it's proof of what we men are capable of doing, or are capable of achieving, if we sit down and talk to each other. So don't forget that, men. Whenever there's a problem, the solution will always be found with other men. Without striking, without saying I'm going to avenge, without this is what I'm going to do, talk to other men. Find a way out. This is a blueprint that we were given by Dennis Rodman, that friendship wins at all times. That there is no power than like the power of true friendship, that is far above any nuclear power. Think about it. This guy, the president, the North Korean president, was receiving calls from world leaders and was just ignoring them. It was like, oh, yeah, thank you, bye-bye. Calls from world leaders. Even the Chinese government, even the Chinese president, the presidency can't say that we're the one who made him do this. No, it's not them. It wasn't them. He had ignored them. He was like, oh yeah, thanks for saying what you're saying. I've heard you, thank you, bye-bye. So he wasn't listening to anyone else. But he listened to his friend. He listened to his friend. So it's important for you, first of all, to recognize this as a man, that you are very, very important. To ask yourself, what kind of bridge are you? Because Dennis was a bridge between America and North Korea. What kind of bridge are you? You are important just because you're a man, because you are here for a reason. You're here for a purpose, right? And that's why I say that Man Pedestal is here to ensure that men are respected, and first and foremost to ensure that we men respect ourselves, because if we do not respect ourselves, we cannot be respected by others, and especially by women, by females. So we first of all have to respect ourselves. We have to take our rightful position. Our rightful position as builders, protectors, encouragers, all the virtues that come with being a man. We have to know them, right, and know ourselves, and then go forth and do what we are supposed to be doing. But today, this was like a living tribute, right? This was like saying thank you to Dennis Rodman, to Dennis Keith Rodman, and he's now going to his 60s, right? He should have the best time of his life, and the world should make sure that. And if there is any man who is listening to this with an influential position in government, in especially in America, in Europe, because you would have been sucked in, or we would have been all sucked into this war. There was no way of escaping it, right? And other places, you need to put a word out there, especially in America, to the American government. The American government need to take care of this guy with utmost, with it should be valued. I can't even place a value to what he did. So it's to say that yes, we as a man, we do recognize him. We as men, he's still alive and he's got many more years to live, right? We want him to live for many more years, but he should have the best time of his life, far much better than what he enjoyed during his NBA career as a great player, a legend in his own right. So guys, I'm going to leave links to his interview, especially during this time of the summit in the June 2018, and so that you can watch and see what I'm saying. The interviews upon interviews that he's given out there, leading to this, and even during the time that this was happening, the summit was going on the 12th. He was being interviewed, and he should never be forgotten. He should go down in history books and should never be forgotten. But I don't want us to miss the point, man. The point I want to make is this, is that when we sit down as men, especially during the times of crisis, and I would say this was the highest. There was no other crisis on earth that could have rivaled this. The North Korea and America, that was the highest, because the implications would have been crazy. We're looking at two new countries with nuclear weapons fighting. Now, you don't even want to think about what could have happened. So the crisis was the top of all human crises that have ever existed. But just a dude, just a guy, a wonderful human being. And that's what I say. When you look at Dennis Rodman, people might say different things. Oh, look at how he dresses. Look at I've seen some photos, of him with makeup and with dresses and with this and with that. And I say to you, think of him of what you may, but know this: that guy who dresses that way, that guy who wears makeup is a man, and it's because of him that we have the economies of the world that we have today. It's because of him that we have the nations that we have today. It's because of him that we didn't have a nuclear war. It's because of him that we did not have a third world war. We are talking about COVID. COVID would have been nothing compared to what the war would have produced. It could have even been worse if we had a war and then COVID, right? So I don't want you to forget that, and to ever forget this, that it's because of the friendship that he had with the president of North Korea, President Kim. And this is what we produce, man. So seek friendship with men. Seek to understand men, because you know what happens. Sometimes the ego thing. President Trump had his ego thing. He had his ego thing, and he was like, yo, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this to you as well. Yeah, I can do that. Oh no, I can do this to you. It's those men sometimes have that, but we need the voice of sanity. The voice that comes and says, that voice of a mate. The voice of a buddy. Your buddy goes like, come on, man, I don't think that way. That's not gonna achieve anything. Let's do this. So, or don't say that, man. Don't say that to him. So he was able to bridge. He was able to bridge this between these two guys who wanted to prove a point with other people's lives. It's very interesting. They wanted to prove a point with the lives of millions of people, But thank God, or thank whoever you may. But far above everything, thank Dennis Rodman because of what he did. So guys, friends are very, very, very important. Male friendship, extremely important, especially in volatile situations. We always win. When men sit down and they talk, we de-escalate things, situations. From exploding or imploding, we de-escalate them, right? We make things okay. We like, okay, yeah, we resolve things or issues that people might say, oh my God, we will never be able to achieve anything out of it. But after sitting down, especially in an amicable situation, in a friendly way, see what happened, right? See what happened. The Singapore Summit 2018, wonderful time in history that every child growing up should be taught, and more so should be taught who made it possible. I want to ask you a question, guys. What could have happened if it was a woman who made this possible? Trust me, if it's a woman who made this possible, that woman would have received a Nobel Peace Prize. The woman would have received it. The stations all over the world would have not stopped talking about this woman. This woman. But you ask people, uh, you ask people about Dennis, and the only thing they will talk about, oh yeah, he's a guy who used to play, he's a basketball player, and he dresses, and he wears women's dresses and makeup and stuff, and smokes cigars. But can we go beyond that? But if it was a woman, oh, Africa would have known about it. The entire Europe would have known about it. Asia, everyone would have known about it. And the entire America, oh, they would have known about that woman and the contribution, and they would have said, this is the first woman who has done this, that, and the other. What about us as men? Oh yeah, he's a basketball player. Yeah, they happen to be friends with North Korean president. Yeah, they sat down and they talked about something, and the next thing one thing led to the other, and there was some bit. That's it, really. Men sat down, they talked. Yeah, that's it. And that's where we come in. We are like, no, that's not it. That's not it. Men need their recognition too. We are human beings with feelings, with emotions, right? And we need to be recognized not only because of ourselves, but because of future generations, so that other men, when they do this kind of noble thing, right, when they act in a noble manner, and when they stop wars, right, they will be recognized too. So we are not just saying this for ourselves. Oh, no. We are not just saying this for ourselves. We are saying this for now and for the future. So we must encourage each other that way. We must recognize each other that way. We must look at ourselves and say, okay, this thing happened, and we have to accept that it happened for the benefit of all. It did. He acted in a very selfless way. Dennis went out of his way to protect the lives of millions of people. And this is not just black. He wasn't there. Dennis didn't meet him because he wasn't there meeting Kim because of black people. He never went there and say, yo, man, I'm just here because of my black brothers and sisters, man. Don't talk about white man. He wasn't there talking about the black brothers and sisters. Oh, no. He wasn't there talking about the Asian brothers and sisters. No, he wasn't talking to Kim because of the white brothers and sisters. It was the entire human race. Do you see, guys, how this all connects? Because life, as I've said before, isn't about white, black, and Asian, whatever. He's tall, he's short, he's this. No. He was there because of human race. And he's a perfect, Dennis Rodman is so perfect in what he executed, that we don't have any other reason to say that, oh yeah, we can't do it. If he did it, these other conflicts are literally, they're so small, minuscule compared to what he achieved. Right? If a guy can stop you, if one man on earth, just one, we're not talking about two, right? We're talking about one man. If one guy can stop a nuclear war, a third world war, right? This is how great are we, man? Think about if we had like 10, 20, 50 Dennis Rodmans. What can we achieve? Greatness, because we are great. So when I tell men that you're great, I'm not just kidding. I'm not just saying this because, oh, it's nice to say that. There's proof. When I say that life isn't about black, white, Asian, however you want to look at it, it's proof. When I tell you that when men come together without the influence of women or without doing things to please women, we achieve great things, it's true. Am I saying that we don't need women in our lives? No. We were all born by women. We were all raised by women. That's not where I'm coming from. But what I'm saying is this: we need to recognize who we are and our potential. We need to recognize what we are here for, and we need to know that we are here for greatness. That's what man pedestal is all about. When we put ourselves on that pedestal, we're not emotional. We are thinking straight. So what Dennis did, he put Trump on a pedestal. So Trump looked at himself as a man. I'm a man, right? He was already on that pedestal, as a man, and he put President Kim on the pedestal. So these were three men who are on top of the pedestals and meeting together, level-headed, talked about the issues which would have affected or are affecting the entire planet, and they were like, okay, we need to do the reasonable thing, and the reasonable thing was to de-escalate. This wasn't profitable for anyone. This wasn't good for anybody. The nuclear war between America and an Asian country, North Korea, wasn't good. It wasn't profitable for anyone. For Africans, for blacks, for white, for whoever, Asians, other Asians on the other side. No one. So guys, do you see how important you are? So today was a special one, and as I keep saying a special one, man, all our recordings are special, all what we say are special, but this is to remind us of our greatness. This is to remind us of who we are, and to say it loud. Don't let his lifestyle, Dennis Rodman's lifestyle, what you see, the images you see. Some people might say, oh, he's gay, he's bi, he's this, he's whatever. Okay, when you finish saying all those things, and you're flying from that continent, from this continent to the other continent, know that guy who you're saying wears this and does this, he made it possible for you. When you look at the earth and you see the peace that is reigning between North Korea and America and other nations, he made it possible. So I'm going beyond his lifestyle. I'm going beyond what he wears and what he's worn before. The dresses and the at least I say even this, at least he is one who he wears them openly. There are lots of men who have dresses in their closet. They wear them secretly. We're not talking about that, right? But at least we know that he does that, and he's done that before. And lipstick and all that, and he expresses himself. He's an eccentric guy, but we're going beyond that, because real men go beyond that and go like, yeah, I'm a guy, I'm a man, right? Let's talk about real stuff. So guys, wherever you are, keep encouraging you. It's good. As I said, I'm gonna leave links on the description and in the description, so that you can you click and it'll take you to the different interviews that he had, and with different journalists, and so you can see his contribution, and you can see the power of friendship, right? The power of friendship, and the power of friendship stops so many things. I didn't talk about I'll repeat again, I didn't talk about the power of races, of two black men, or the power of three white men, the power of 9 Asian. No, I talked about the power of friendship. Friendship between men brings a lot of changes. And when men see beyond themselves, beyond their race, beyond their intellect, a lot of changes happen. So this guy made it possible for us, right? This guy, he made it possible for us. So, in finishing, can't finish, or ending, we can't even end. I can talk about Dennis the whole day, man, because of how great he is, and especially he's a great player, NBA player, basketball player, but his contribution to the current status of this planet, very, very important. Top. So Dennis Keith Rodman, thank you once more, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I hope and I pray that you'll get the recognition that you deserve. Right? You'll get the recognition you deserve from your country, from the United States of America, from North Korea, from Europe, from Africa, from the world, because you saved us, bro. You saved us, and not only did you save us, but you showed us the way. You showed us that friendship wins the day. Thank you. So as men, keep encouraging you. If you're feeling low, if you're feeling that you've come to the end of yourself and things are not working out, and you feel, oh my God, I'm getting to the end of myself, I'm thinking of harming myself, I will encourage you always. Seeking for help isn't a sign of weakness, but seeking for help is a sign of greatness. And what perfect example do we have? Right? President Kim couldn't listen to anybody, but he listened to his friend. So call a friend. Call a friend. Call your friend. Call friends and tell them, yo, I'm going through this and I need someone to talk to. Talk to a friend, right? Or call a number. Just call a number, the emergency number in your country, and talk to someone on the other side, because help is just a moment away. I wish you all the best, and things will get better. We are great as men when we put ourselves on the pedestal. Thank you so much. All the best to you. Bye.